Hey, what's up, everybody? This is check in about my dissertation. I wanted to share my dissertation topic, and my dissertation topic is me asserting there is a statistically significant relationship between the federal empowerment zone designation and gentrification. So, what the federal empowerment zone is, it's a specific area. It's a place-based economic incentive um, given by the federal government. It gave tax incentives plus financial incentives in particular areas in cities, in urban areas, and also rural areas, the countryside. So it's kind of the city had its version of the empowerment zone, and then rural areas, country areas, cities like Greenville, Mississippi, places like that had empowerment zones. Places like El Paso, Texas, places far as the rural, where it was more of a small town that was geared toward farming. Those type of areas, what was considered rural, but with the Census Bureau, they have their own definition of rural, and it's based on population and it's based on the environment, like far as has it been urbanized. And then we have urban, which is based on based on a population. It's based on what's available to municipalities within those particular areas. So that's just a rough definition. If you want to go further, you can go to the census.gov website and get those definitions. But what my dissertation is just, it's not trying to prove that the federal empowerment zone created gentrification. I'm just asserting that there is a statistically significant relationship between that federal empowerment zone and gentrification in urban African American neighborhoods. Harlem in New York City, in Manhattan, was the first neighborhood to get the federal empowerment zone designation in '94. There was a competition among cities to receive funding. So they competed. Cities competed. So originally it was 6 cities in the first round. There were actually 3 rounds of this empowerment zone. It was 3 rounds, and in the first round it was six cities, and then 3 more got added within that first round. And so to get back on the topic, it was yes, empowerment zones has a statistically significant relationship with gentrification. And how I'm measuring gentrification is generally how gentrification has been measured, and that is from displacement. So, gentrification is a term that was coined by Ruth Glass, an urban planner, urban psychologist, sociologist in England in the 1960s. And what she observed in the 1960s in London was a group she termed as gentry, and gentry was a term in English language in the UK, the United Kingdom, in their lexicon to mean that group of people that wasn't in a aristocracy. I can't even say the word right now. It's aristocracy that wasn't a part of that, but they were above the peasant class. This gentry owned land. They wasn't of the noble class. They didn't have any titles, but they did have money. They owned land, so they were like just below the noble class, and that's what she called this group of people that moved into these working class London neighborhoods. And when they moved into these neighborhoods, what she observed was that when they moved in, the prices all around, not just the rent and the cost of housing, everything went up. The amenities, all the prices went up to where it pushed the older residents out. So that's where the term gentrification came from. And in America, gentrification has got, they use it in tandem with, like revitalization, like it's the same thing. In the early 80s and 90s, gentrification was used as a way, these neighborhoods are being revitalized. But what was happening and what we have seen in the past 20 years is gentrification, where older residents have been displaced from their neighborhoods, basically priced out of their neighborhoods. So in this dissertation, I'm just looking at some of the causes, because it's, for me, what caught my attention was a lot of these neighborhoods, specifically when I think about Cass Corridor in Detroit, which is now Midtown. This neighborhood was, predominantly black, and it was abandoned. It was just abandoned. There was no funding coming in for it. There was nothing. And around early 90s, all of this change started to happen. And I always wanted to know where the money came from. So so that's what this inquiry I don't know why I'm getting tongue-tied, but I'm tongue-tied. I'm not gonna worry about it. I was interested. It caught my attention, and it had me really digging and doing research. So this topic is not just something I started just for this particular dissertation. This is something I've been studying for the last 17, 18 years. And the deeper I go into it, it's a fascinating history that the federal government, when I look at documents, the federal government cannot account for the money. And in other videos, I will actually bring you the data that I have. In this one, I just wanted to talk to you about what my dissertation actually is. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited for this research to be out there. And like I said, I'm not trying to prove that the federal empowerment zone caused gentrification. I'm just stating that there's a positive relationship. I am stating that there's a positive relationship between federal empowerment zone designations and gentrification, and specifically in urban, predominantly African American neighborhoods. So that's my dissertation topic, and that's what I'm working on, and I'm pretty excited about it. And I believe in academia, they, with a lot of other researchers will find use for it. And I believe that the general public will find the research interesting as well. So I will keep y'all posted to where I'm going. If you have any questions, just shoot, put them down in the comments, or just shoot an email or message me, just whatever. But yeah, that's but that's me. And most people writing a dissertation, they really believe that we want to believe that this dissertation won't just get written and then be sitting on a shelf, somebody's shelf, collecting dust. But like, this is just a start in the research that I'll be conducting. And I'm really into the urban environment And that's something that has always captured my eye, which is one of the reasons I constantly travel, because I want to see urban environments throughout the world. And it's fascinating to see the similarities when it comes to basically poor neighborhoods. You know, when I do my research and I'm writing, I will call those economically depressed neighborhoods. These neighborhoods that do not have the businesses, the amount of jobs needed to keep that neighborhood afloat. And most of these neighborhoods don't have that. And they don't have the basic amenities that many neighborhoods have. And when I'm talking amenities, I'm talking about the social amenities. I'm talking about the community centers, the parks, access to healthy foods, access to medical care, the local dentist, the local doctor's office. A lot of these neighborhoods didn't have those. And since gentrification has happened in these neighborhoods, you can see a lot of those amenities have came into the neighborhood. So yeah, this is a fascinating journey, and I'm glad a few of y'all decided to jump on it with me. Thanks. Peace out.